Hello, this is Ben Hood, Vice President of Solution Consulting at Planview. Today we're going to talk about Planview Spigit, which enables organizations to create a culture of innovation. Right? Planview provides 7 different solution areas to our customers. The focus of today's demonstration is going to be around the innovation management solution that really kicks off the process of enabling our clients to tie strategy all the way through to delivery. And the main kind of benefit that you get through innovation management is being able to create a culture of innovation within an organization, make it part of the organization's DNA. And once that idea is flushed out and determined, the remaining Planview portfolio solutions can help you deliver that idea to make it become a reality. Right? When we look at enterprise innovation management is really the cycle of identifying where the problems are and the opportunities, ideate, evaluate, and prioritize and select those ideas, and then take them through kind of an incubating business case process until you deliver and launch it, right? And Planview's solutions basically span that enterprise innovation management lifecycle. Spigit on the front end to basically help us manage the innovation process, and then the other Planview delivery tools that we have available to actually help you deliver it. So where we're going to start today's demonstration then is inside of Spigit, and specifically, we're going to be looking at a community. So I'm right now logged in as Meg Ryan. This is Planview Spigit. It can be skinned and themed and logoed for how you want to look at it. One of the things that Spigit does with its experience is users can be participating in multiple challenges, multiple areas of innovation in the company where we're looking to generate new innovation out of. So you can set up a community of challenges, and if I dig into any one particular challenge, I'm going to dig into the biggest disruption to our company challenge. So this is a targeted area of innovation that we're looking about around, what are the biggest disruption kind of things that could occur to us. And I can clearly see here how many ideas are in the challenge, how many votes have occurred, comments, page views, and look at analytics on that. I can also submit an idea, which I'll, put in my super awesome, cool, great idea. But what I also want to point out here down the bottom is that Spigit also surfaces ideas that have already been submitted that I haven't taken action on, where I haven't gone in to, provide a vote yet to it. So I can go to these ideas and kind of give my thumbs up that I like the MSP idea from Steve Delorio to move it on, right? And if I want to go ahead and submit an idea, I could submit my super awesome, cool, great idea, and it'll bring me to my idea posting page. And on my idea posting page, completely configurable, note that I provide some tips or best practice that you guys can set up to kind of guide the individual for what type of idea you're looking for within this particular challenge. I can give it a cool picture. I can categorize the idea. I have rich text fields where I can provide a narrative as to the idea. And in this case, I actually went ahead and inserted a video using the embedded video code there to add to it. Continue to kind of categorize it, put in, images to ideas as well in rich text fields, and basically fill out all the idea form around, the information that we're looking to capture for a particular challenge, and then simply go ahead and publish the idea. And notice when you publish the idea, there's a reward system in Spigit, right? So Meg was just rewarded now for posting an idea, right? And we different badges or different levels that people can achieve, right? So right now I'm a 3 in the creator level. 5 more ideas that I submit, I'm going to move up a level in that, in the different rewards that you set up for it. I can also share my idea with my peers in addition to inviting additional team members, which I'll do in a moment, and post new ideas. And the great thing about inviting new team members is you can go in and invite team members that have common skills that you're looking for, right? I need someone with data analytics skills, right? In addition, I want someone who's interested in artificial intelligence. And so I can invite a like-minded, like-skill colleagues that could collaborate and contribute to my idea. And what that does is then your collaborators or that commenting and everything around the idea allows an idea to be further vetted out and kind of brainstormed amongst your team, where you can add additional attachments, share the idea, unfollow it if you want to, report abuse if need be. But what you also have the ability to do here is comment on the idea, right? So you can have the stream of the collaboration that's happening. And depending on how much you want to automate it, you can have workflow tasks that drive the steps and type of information that we need to capture as part of, the idea process that you want to put in place. So, in this particular instance, we could have expert reviews that review some of it. And as ideas are, kind of collaborated around and gain content, Spigit uses machine learning and natural language processing to surface where we have comparable ideas. Some people might call this duplicates or like duplicate ideas. So in your innovation process, rather than having to, eliminate all the duplicates, Spigit surfaces those duplicates to you, and the administrators and monitors of the challenge have the ability to merge those ideas into single ones. So we can kind of nip it at the bud in terms of having duplicates, right? So using machine learning and natural language processing to do that. Now, one of the things that Spigit does after it has the ideas in it that you're thinking in a particular challenge is you can move those ideas through whatever type of life cycle stages that you want for it. So you can have as many different stages in your innovation process that you want. And as ideas graduate from stage to stage, and that graduation can either happen manually, right, with an idea administrators or challenge owners advancing ideas. Spigit is different in that you can also automate that. So based on the number of page views, the number of votes, the number of points, the number, its ranking, etc., ideas can advance automatically in Spigit from stage to stage. So we allow organizations to innovate at scale. Lots of ideas that could be automatically kind of whittled down to the best ones, where we send those better ideas, I should say, through expert reviews, where we have to engage our experts to take them on. Now, there are different techniques in which you could advance ideas from stage to stage. I mentioned them: voting, page views, etc., what it scores on an expert review. But some of those other techniques deal with some gamification capabilities that we have in the tool that engage the crowd to be active participants in it. The first one is what we're looking at right now, which is called pairwise. And what pairwise lets you do is, if you're familiar with pairwise kind of statistics, what it does is it surfaces two ideas and asks me if I had the choice between this idea and the other one, I'd pick the idea that I'd like. And I'd complete my pair. So now I'm going to move on to the next pair of ideas that I need to, pick one against the other. And you'll notice that my 15 that I need to go ahead and pick one versus the other comes up. Well, imagine that's happening amongst, the broader crowd. So everyone's getting a pair of ideas that surface to them, and they're providing their pick to which one they like, right? In that process, the algorithms never serve up two of the same ideas to one individual, and each idea gets equal eyeballs on it across the crowd. And what that ultimately provides you is a stacked ranked list of your ideas that eliminates crowd herding and kind of following the leader in terms of, I'm going to vote on my boss's idea because he's my boss. It makes it neutral, if you will, and it allows pairwise statistics to narrow down what is the stacked ranked list of ideas. That's one technique you could use kind of in your innovation lifecycle process. Another technique that Spigit provides is what's called predictions. And what predictions does is we ask the crowd, for this idea of IoT network service, do I think it's going to generate more or less than $340,000 next year, right? I'm going to say less. Is it going to cost more or less than $208,000 to implement it? And then is it going to take more or less 25 days? And just in that gamification mode, I can go ahead with the predictions technique and submit it, and then move on to the next idea, right? And so what it's doing is, think of that once again happening to a broader crowd, right? With each answer that the crowd participant provides, we will then refine the revenue, cost, and time to implement that we're presenting to other crowd members. And what that gives us is, which ideas is the crowd more agreeable on from a revenue, cost, and time to implement perspective. And so what that enables is what we call these analytics around results that allow you to look at, all my ideas, the cost is on the y-axis, the time to implement is on the x-axis, the size of the bubble is the revenue, right? So we love big ideas or big bubbles because they generate lots of revenue, right? But I can also see which ideas, are high cost, more time, average cost, average time, and in this case, low cost, less time. But as I like to say, most importantly, using kind of predictions, understanding which ideas the crowd is most agreeable on. So in this case, I've got all these great ideas, but the bottom line is that as a crowd, we're most agreeable on this next-gen mobile application from the perspective of its revenue, cost, and time to implement. We agree that it's going to generate around $410,000 plus or minus $36,000 each way. We agree that it's going to cost about $110,000 plus or minus $18,000 each way, and we're going to implement it in as little as 25 days and as maximum of 35 days, right? This might be the idea that from a risk perspective is the best one to proceed with because we all believe in kind of what predictions is telling us to do. So I could always go view that idea, and assuming now we're going to start to deliver the idea because it's the most agreeable, best idea that came out of Spigit, I can then move that idea now into its work delivery, right? And its work delivery could be a variety of work delivery tools from Planview, like Planview Enterprise One, like Planview PPM Pro, like Planview Linkit, or like I'm showing you here, Planview Project Place, right? So now I have a workspace for this idea that now we're going to start to do more vetting, more analysis, and really see if this is a project we're going to move forward with. I can start to have conversations with that team that's helping me vet it. I can plan out a project schedule as sophisticated or as simple as I'd like, complete interactivity on this. I can set up simple Kanban boards, right, to help manage the tasks that need to be completed to move things through the process, right? And I could share documents with my project team that we're going to work on together and associate those documents, as you see here on this task or card or Kanban item. There's attachments and dependencies, and it's assigned, and we can track it through its process. The point being is that Planview provides, the ability to manage the innovation, the enterprise innovation management lifecycle, all the way through kind of the periods of innovation management, all the way through to delivery, right? And one of the ways I like to close the demonstration is talk about how Planview eats our own caviar, right? So we produce products that you guys use, and so we actually use Planview Spigit around all of our different product areas, right? So PPM Pro, Project Place, Spigit, and Enterprise One all use Spigit to reach out to our customers and our internal constituents to gather new great ideas and innovation that we'd like to put into the product around it. And we use those techniques that I spoke of, pairwise, voting, points, expert review, predictions, to help us as an organization arrive at an idea that is the idea that has the best chance to succeed ultimately as projects that we're going to invest in. So thank you for your time, and if you have any questions on Planview Spigit or Planview Project Place, please contact your Planview account executive. Thank you.